What is up, Mystic Tribe? Mark your calendars because August 28th, 2026 is serving major season finale energy. We're officially hitting the spectacular cosmic conclusion of our 18-month journey with the North Node in Pisces. Think of a lunar eclipse as a massive, high voltage full moon. While a normal full moon brings things to light, a lunar eclipse completely resets the energetic circuit board by putting the Earth directly between the Sun and Moon, casting a shadow that clears out the old to make way for the new. Here is your ultimate breakdown of exactly what this means for us on a collective global level and how to ride this massive wave of change. For the last year and a half, the North Node, our collective compass and future destiny, has been swimming through a spiritual, artistic, and emotional Pisces. Look back at where the world was 18 months ago. As a collective, this transit pushed us to prioritize mental health and spirit. We saw a massive shift toward collective healing, prioritizing mental wellness over the endless grind, and a huge resurgence in mysticism, astrology, and mindfulness. Embrace creative and AI innovation. Pisces rules the imagination and the intangible. This era completely revolutionized how we view art, film, music, and even digital creations, blending tech with deep human emotion. Navigate truth versus illusion. Because Pisces rules the nebulous and mystical, the collective had to learn how to discern real, authentic truth from illusions, misinformation, and collective escapism. This August 28th lunar eclipse is the final exam of that entire cycle. It's an emotional clearinghouse, washing away the final remnants of collective illusions so we can step into a brand new reality. The plot twist. The double T square to Uranus. Just to keep things incredibly interesting, the cosmos is throwing a major wildcard into this eclipse. On the exact same day, we have a tense electric alignment hitting both lights. Moon in Pisces square Uranus and Gemini, and Sun in Virgo square Uranus and Gemini. In predictive astrology, a square means friction, and Uranus is the planet of sudden breakthroughs, tech disruptions, and shocking plot twists. With Uranus setting in chatter heavy, media driven Gemini, the mundane implications are massive. Viral whistleblowers and media shockwaves. Expect massive unexpected data leaks. Shocking headlines or sudden disruptions in media, tech platforms, and communication networks. Secrets that have been hidden away in the deep Piscean waters are bound to get shocked to the surface by Uranus and Gemini. The collective tea will be overflowing. A paradigm shift in global tech and AI. Virgo rules the practical details, Pisces rules the grand vision, and Gemini rules the data. This double square means we could see a sudden, groundbreaking announcement regarding AI, internet, infrastructure, or digital media that forces us to change how we organize our daily lives. Emotional breakthroughs over breakdowns. On a personal and community level, this energy can feel a bit erratic or jittery. You may feel a sudden urge to break free from old habits, toxic dynamics, or traditional ways of thinking. Instead of resisting the chaos, use the electric Uranus energy to pivot. It's the perfect time to innovate, change your content style, or adapt a completely fresh perspective. Key dates for the collective August 12th, 2026, the prequel, total solar eclipse in Leo. Before we can get the closure of the Pisces lunar eclipse, the universe gives us a massive cosmic jolt. Exactly 2 weeks prior, a powerful total solar eclipse hits Leo. This represents a faded, high drama opening door. It aggressively highlights where we're being too prideful or where we need to step into our personal power. It sets the stage by shaking up the collective ego, priming us for the emotional release that follows. August 22nd, 2026, the shift. Virgo season begins. The sun enters analytical, organized Virgo. This grounds the collective energy. Suddenly, the spotlight shifts. to our routines, our health, and the practical facts of our lives. This provides the exact mental clarity required to look at the messy emotional Pisces themes in our lives and say, okay, how do we actually fix this? August 27 or 28th, 2026, depending on your time zone. The main event, the season finale peak. The energy hits its absolute boiling point overnight. This is a deep partial eclipse where Earth's shadow covers over 93% of the moon, making it look and feel almost like a total blood moon. Because it happens globally at the same exact moment, the atmosphere will feel incredibly heavy, electric, and nostalgic. Pacific time peak hits at 9:12 p.m. on August 27. Eastern time peak hits at 12:12 a.m. August 28th. UK and GMT peak hits at 4:12 a.m. on August 28th. This exact window is when the double squares to Uranus snap into place. Watch for major internet drama, viral plot twists, sudden realizations, and spontaneous breaking points in the collective narrative. September 2026, the epilogue and integration. The weeks following the eclipse are all about letting the dust settle. Because this wraps up an 18-month cycle, the first half of September will feel like walking out of a movie theater in the middle of the day, a little dazed, deeply changed, and trying to process what you just witnessed. By the time the sun meets the south node later in the fall, the collective will have fully integrated disclosures, leaving us permanently transformed. Now, let's dive into your official sign by sign script for the cosmic finale, plus the exact high voltage ritual you need to unlock this energy. Pisces, this is your season finale. You are shedding an old version of yourself, your identity, how you show up in the world. Who you were 18 months ago is officially history. This is the ultimate fruition of your personal growth. Own your power. This full moon brings fruition around your confidence, personal goals, or a version of yourself you've been working toward. The all you is officially ready to take a bow. The Uranus plot twist. As the moon in your first house and sun in your seventh house of relationships clash with Uranus in your fourth house of home and family, expect sudden shifts in your living situation or family dynamics. A surprise breakthrough regarding where you live or who you live with will instantly push you to claim your independence. Your ritual, the digital doppelganger funeral. Go through your social media archives, camera roll, or save drafts from early 2025. Find photos of the version of you that was still people pleasing or plain small. Archive them, put them in a hidden folder, or permanently delete all drafts that don't match your vibe anymore. Why it works. You're physically burying an old identity to make room for your massive glow up. The old people pleasing you is dead. Step into your main character era. Aries, the season finale is happening deep in your subconscious. The universe is hitting the delete button on hidden fears, anxieties, self sabotaging habits, and old karmic baggage. Massive healing and spiritual fruition are happening behind the scenes right now. This full moon brings fruition through peace, closure, and trusting yourself more than ever. The Uranus plot twist, with the moon in your 12th house and sun in your 6th house of daily routines and health, squaring Uranus in your 3rd house of mindset and communication. A sudden aha moment or a shocking piece of news will radically alter how you think. A sudden shift in your daily schedule will instantly free up your mental space. Your ritual, the unsent audio memo purge. Open your phone's voice recorder, press record, and spend 5 minutes letting out every single frustration, fear, or unsaid word you've been holding on to over the last 18 months. Cry, scream, or whisper. Then, without listening back, immediately delete the file permanently. Why it works. The 12th house rules the unsaid and the subconscious. Releasing it via sound waves into the digital void tricks your brain into instant closure. Closures are happening in the dark so you can step into the light. Let go of what you can control. Taurus, your social circles, networks, and biggest dreams are getting a massive season finale. This eclipse brings the culmination of long term projects or a complete shifting of your core friendship group. You are realizing who truly aligns with your future destiny. The Uranus plot twist. The moon in your 11th house and sun in your 5th house of creativity and romance are escorting Uranus in your second house of money and self worth. An unexpected financial breakthrough or a sudden brilliant idea on how to monetize a passion project could change everything overnight. Alternatively, a sudden shift in a friendship might make you radically reassess your boundaries and value. Your ritual, the digital circle audit, go on a mass unfollow or mute spree on your socials. If an account makes you feel insecure, represents a past version of your friend group, or drains your battery, cut the cord. Why it works, your 11th house is getting an upgrade. You're telling the universe you only have space for networks that elevate your worth. Out with the energy vampires, and with the true soul family who support your back. Gemini, this is a massive season finale for your career, public image, and life direction. An 18-month professional chapter is reaching its ultimate peak. Expect major promotions, sudden pivots, or the total wrapping up of a job path that no longer fits your soul. The Uranus plot twist, with the moon in your 10th house and sun in your 4th house of home, escorting Uranus in your own first house of identity, you are the wild card. A sudden personal decision to reinvent yourself, change your style, or demand autonomy will send shockwaves through both your career and your home life. You're refusing to fit into anyone else's box anymore. Your ritual, the alter ego LinkedIn bio rewrite. Uranus in your first house clashing with your career zone. Manifest your sudden professional pivot by rewriting your social bios or professional headlines to reflect the absolute highest, wildest version of your dream career. Even if you aren't there yet, save it in your notes app or push it live. Why it works, you're claiming authority over your public narrative and shocking your brain out of professional imposter syndrome. Stop hiding your genius. The world is ready to see the real and filter you. Take the mic. Cancer. The season finale is all about your beliefs, higher learning, and worldview. Over the last 18 months, your perspective on life has completely transformed. This eclipse brings a massive culmination, perhaps graduating, publishing a major project, traveling, or completely outgrowing an old belief system that kept you playing small. The Uranus plot twist, as the moon in your ninth house and sun in your third house of communication class with Uranus in your hidden 12th house, expect a sudden intuitive download or a shocking hidden truth to surface. A random aha moment will instantly shatter an old subconscious fear, freeing you to speak your truth without anxiety. Your ritual, the algorithmic reset, break your own echo chamber. Go to your favorite platforms and intentionally search for topics, philosophies, or cultures completely outside your usual scope to disrupt your feed's algorithm. Why it works, your ninth house of higher wisdom wants expansion. Shaking up your digital impact sparks the exact mental breakthrough Uranus is demanding. The old version of you that was afraid to think big is officially left behind. Step into your inner wisdom. Leo, this is a heavy hidden season finale for your house of transformation, intimacy, and shared resources. An 18-month cycle of learning how to protect your energy, heal deep wounds, and balance power in relationships is reaching its ultimate peak. Expect major closure around a financial debt, a contract, or a deeply entangled relationship dynamic. The Uranus plot twist. With the moon in your eighth house and sun in your second house of finances and self worth, squaring Uranus in your 11th house of networks and friends, a sudden shift in your social circle or a surprise collaboration could completely flip your financial situation or sense of security. A friend or network connection might bring an unexpected opportunity that helps you cut ties with an old obligation. Your ritual, the subscription and contract cleanse. Go through your bank statements and apps. Cancel every single automated subscription, old contract, or hidden trial that is draining your funds or linking you to past habits. Why it works. The eighth house rules share resources and energetic leaks. Cutting financial costs activates a psychological power upgrade. You are reclaiming your power in your bank account. No more compromising your worth for anyone. Virgo, this season finale is a massive climax for your one on one relationships, partnerships, and open contracts. The universe is wrapping up a major 18-month chapter in how you connect with others. This bring total fruition or needed closure. Some relationships will solidify into long term commitments, while others that have run their course will beautifully dissolve. The Uranus plot twist. The moon in your seventh house and sun in your own first house of identity are squaring Uranus in your 10th house of career and public image. A sudden change in your professional goals or status will completely shift how you interact in your partnerships. You might suddenly decide to step into a new relationship role, forcing your relationships to adapt to the new empower you. Your ritual. The X Energy Text Archive. Clear the energetic clutter of past relationships. Go into your messaging apps and delete all chat histories from people who are no longer in your life, or clear out contacts that carry a stale energy. Why it works, you're making space in your seventh house for equal reciprocal love by signaling the old relationships storylines are officially finished. With the dynamic where you carry all the weight, you're calling in equal soul aligned partnerships. Libra, your daily routines, wellness habits, and work life are getting the ultimate season finale. This eclipse marks the culmination of an 18-month journey toward healing your body and mastering your daily hustle. A major work project is wrapping up, or you're finally stepping into a sustainable wellness routine that prioritizes your physical health. The Uranus plot twist. With the moon in your sixth house and sun in your 12th house of spiritual isolation, squaring Uranus in your ninth house of expansion, a sudden urge for adventure or a radical new perspective will disrupt your daily grind. You might get a sudden opportunity to study, travel, or teach that forces you to completely reinvent your boring day to day schedule. Your ritual, the screen time screen match. Set a hard app limit or do a 24-hour notification blackout on August 28th. Use that reclaimed energy to completely change one tiny, toxic daily habit, like rearranging your phone apps so you don't automatically click on them. Why it works. Your sixth house needs a lifestyle overhaul. Disrupting your automatic muscle memory breaks the cycle of daily burnout. Say goodbye to burnout and endless people pleasing tasks. It's time to build a daily life that actually feels good to live. Scorpio, this season finale is hitting your house of joy, romance, creativity, and self expression. Over the last 18 months, you've been learning how to let your guard down and authentically express your heart. This eclipse brings a massive culmination, perhaps launching a major creative masterpiece, experiencing a dramatic turning point in your dating life, or finally choosing pure joy over endless brooding. The Uranus plot twist, with the moon in your fifth house and sun in your 11th house of community, clashing with Uranus in your intense eighth house of deep investments and shared resources, expect a sudden shift, a surprise financial windfall, a sudden change in an intimacy dynamic, or a breakdown of an old contract will suddenly give you the freedom to fund your passion projects or change who you share your energy with. Your ritual, the private masterpiece project. Create something purely chaotic, ugly, or wildly creative using a medium you're terrible at, like digital fingerprinting, an abstract AI prompt garage, or a private playlist. Do not show a soul. Why it works. Your fifth house wants unadulterated joy, creating without the need for collective validation, breaks the cycle of performative perfectionism. The era of hiding your talents or setting for lukewarm connections is officially over. Take center stage. Sagittarius. This is a massive season finale. Emotional climax happening at the very base of your chart. Your house of home, roots, and family. The last year and a half has been a deep dive into finding inner security and healing old family dynamics. This eclipse brings total fruition to a living situation. You might be moving, upgrading your space, or finally establishing emotional boundaries that make you feel truly safe. The Uranus plot twist, as the moon in your fourth house and sun in your 10th house of career, a square Uranus in your seventh house of one on one relationships, a sudden plot twist from a partner, romantic, or business could shake things up. An unexpected decision from someone close to you might push you to definitely change your life setup or rethink your public direction. Fast tracking your personal independence. Your ritual, the out of sight tech sweep. Walk through your living space and find old tech wires, dead batteries, or broken items you've been hoarding in drawers since 2025. Throw them away or recycle them. Why it works. Your physical foundations mirror your mental state. Clearing the energy junk drawer of your home allows your emotional roots to reset. You are redefining what home means to you. Leave the old family baggage behind and build your own kingdom. Capricorn, your mind communication style and local crew are getting a total upgrade. This eclipse marks the grand season finale of an 18-month shift in how you process information and speak your truth. A major learning journey, content project, or contract is reaching fruition. You're shedding old ways of thinking that used to keep your brilliant ideas boxed in. The Uranus plot twist. The moon in your third house and sun in your ninth house of higher vision are squaring Uranus in your sixth house of daily hustle and routines. A sudden tech breakdown, a surprise shift at your day job, or a radical new wellness realization will completely disrupt your normal schedule. This chaotic pivot is actually a blessing in disguise, forcing you to automate the boring stuff so you can focus on your big picture ideas. Your ritual, the brain dump doc. Open a blank document, turn on voice to text, and just start talking at maximum speed until you fill 3 pages with random unfiltered thoughts. Delete the document immediately afterward without reading it. Why it works. The third house rules local data processing. Clearing your RAM through a chaotic digital dump allows Uranus to drop a massive, clean business or content idea into your headspace. Said goodbye to old rigid mental loops. Your voice has power. It's time to broadcast it. Aquarius, let's talk about your bag. The season finale is lighting up your house of money, material possessions, and self worth. For 18 months, you've been entirely restructuring how you view abundance and value. This eclipse brings a major culmination, a job path wrapping up, a massive shift in income, or the ultimate realization that your worth isn't tied to your productivity. The Uranus plot twist, with the moon in your second house and sun in your eighth house of share assets, is squaring Uranus in your fifth house of passion, creativity, and risk. A sudden spark of creative genius could drop a brilliant new stream of income right into your lap. Alternatively, a sudden desire to invest in your own happiness might inspire you to completely change how you manage your budget. Your ritual, the abundance affirmation alarm. Set a recurring daily alarm on your phone for a symbolic time like 11:11 or 2:22. Label with a shocking financial or self-worth statement. I am ridiculously overpaid for being myself. When it goes off during the eclipse, you must stop what you're doing and laugh. Why it works. Uranus is hitting your house of joy and clashing with your money zone, disrupting your routine with lighthearted, high-vibe financial audacity, unlocks new manifestation pathways. The version of you that accepted less than you deserve is completely gone. Step into your manifestation power and secure your future. Collective message. As we stand on the edge of this August 28th, 2026 lunar eclipse in Pisces, take a deep breath. Look how far you've come. For the last 18 months, the universe has been taking us through a massive, emotionally fluid masterclass. We've been forced to trade our rigid control for trust, our exhausting hustle for healing, and our logical maps for raw intuition. It hasn't always been easy. Pisces energy can feel like walking through a fog, and letting go of old versions of ourselves take massive bravery. But this eclipse, this is your grand finale. The shadow crossing the moon on August 28th is the universe pulling down the curtain on a specific chapter of your life, and with Uranus throwing those chaotic electric lightning bolts into the mix, any sudden changes or shocking truths that surface aren't meant to break you. They are meant to break you free. Stop looking backward. Stop trying to edit the old scripts of 2025. The universe is tying off the loose ends so you can step into the next season of your life with clean hands, an open heart, and an absolute upgrade in your personal power. Trust the plot twist. Embrace the fruition of how much you've grown. The end credits are rolling on the old you, and the sequel is gonna be iconic. See you in the next era.